Explained Today, Series 1, Course number 6, GPT Workdesk for Beginners. Welcome. My name is Conrad Roberts, and I'll be your host for the next 30 minutes or so, where we explain what GPT Workdesk is. Before we go there, last session we covered Anthropic Cloud AI, what sets Cloud apart from the others, token management with Cloud, user interfaces and experience, big text prompts, Q&A, and how can I use it in my business. We covered Cloud because it was an interesting product, and we consider it part of the big four: ChatGPT, Microsoft Bing, Google Bard, and Cloud AI. In this session, which is session number 6, we will cover what is GPT Workdesk. If you noticed in the previous sessions, we used browsers and we switched from one browser to another. GPT Workdesk was developed specifically for our members because this is again created by the American Association of Small Business Leaders. And this is free. The light version, at least, is available free for our members, and we will go and cover the functionalities right now. So multi-GPT Workdesk means that it is integrated with all 4 GPT Workdesks, which means that you can use them instead of a different program. It is in a tab, and you can copy and paste between all these, and it has other functionalities that make it very useful, such as an integrated word processor, which is compatible with all the formats out there, including Microsoft Word. It has a spreadsheet functionality, which is very similar and compatible to Excel. It has many other very good features only available in GPT Workdesk that we will cover in detail. So Office integration, and it has clipboards. A lot of the times we notice that people say, okay, I can use this little bit of information and the copy and paste and the switch back and forth. We have integrated clipboards that auto-save and keep track of everything that you save by day. A prompt manager, sometimes you work on a prompt for a while and then you have a really good one and then boom, it's gone. So prompt manager means that we have a very easy to use system so you can reuse and store your prompts and organize them. This is all about data organization. And most of all, one area where we have to be careful is Google and these big companies accumulated a lot of data. Everything is in the cloud, everything is mobile, and the cloud is just somebody else's server. Don't ever forget that. AI makes that accumulates even more. Companies upload their meetings, upload their everything, and that even gives more data to these profiling companies that is not secure, is not private. So what we created is a desktop program. It runs on your local environment. Your data stays within your company, and we use file systems to do the same as cloud databases. We have database versions connected to your own database. We also have database versions that are your private online database for easier maintenance. We do not use any of the big data aggregators that are out there, no matter how cheap or how easy it is. We are protective of your data, and this is why we built this, one of the main reasons. So why use GPT Workdesk? Definitely way more secure. Your data is retained by your company. It is not going anywhere. It is not analyzed by anybody else. It is not used for profiling, and it is safely in your company. Privacy. You would like to use a lot of your, I would say, financial statements, legal documents that are nobody's business but your own. So we keep it all in the company private. And we have different versions. Light is available for free to our members. Professional is more functionality for a small amount to maintain it. And then Enterprise is the full-on version with any of the databases that you like. And we are planning a web version also for people that are on the go. So how to get GPT Workdesk? As I just mentioned, it is available for free with your membership. It is an easy online install, and it installs on your local desktop. At this point, we have a Windows version. We are making Mac and Linux also, but right now we are launching with the Windows version. So what are some of the GPT Workdesk use cases? They are very similar of any GPT use case that we have covered so far, but we will keep focusing on what's useful for your company. So that means generative AI, which is kind of what GPT stands for, document image creation, social media postings, smart marketing grid, which means we can do really, really cool things with smart and integrated marketing. We have a fast start of service that allows you to generate documents with parameters, which is more complicated use case for using the default prompts. We make it easier for you. Speed packs are incredibly innovative way of linking video courses with prompts and with information all automatically. So you go through the video, it pops up the prompt, you can copy and paste it because you have to do still a little bit to make it sink in. But all of that is totally integrated, and you just run through the video and it does things for you on the screen as you walk through the explanation. And all you have to do is either hit copy and paste, or it does even that for you, and you click generate. We want you to get familiar with the process of prompting and generating and looking at the output and working with the output, which is exactly how you can maximize the efficiency and the productivity of this incredible tool. So the Workdesk layout, we will go through that. We have different panels. It is a very clean, simple layout. We don't overcomplicate it. You have a menu structure. It is organized in multiple work desks and clipboards and prompt managers. So the panels, as I just mentioned, you can click them on and off to save space. And the Workdesk customization means that you can have multiple users, multiple work desks, multiple groups, depending on which version that you have. So you can really, really make it specific to your environment needs. And then, of course, your files are on location, which is part of a elaborate file system that we created to make it nice and clean. So it would be easy to find the files that you're looking for. Again, all the output is file generated on your system, which you can access with anything else outside of GPT Workdesk. We don't lock you in. It is fully compatible with everything out there. And the main takeaway is the customization, easy organization, and privacy. And then, as always, how can I use it in my business? That is the focus. So we will switch live now to the GPT Workdesk program. So welcome to GPT Workdesk. I know it is a lot, and I know it is hard to see, but it's an overview. And in this overview, we will cover the different segments of the program as we just talked about in the overview. So let me close this one here, because this is your workspace in the middle. This is where you will load your documents, you will load your GPT. This is the area where you do most of the work. So let's go over this. We have our top menu with files and settings, and then the panels that you can make disappear and reappear, so you can click them on or off depending on how you want to organize your desktop. I keep them on here because it's easy to see everything in one place. So here we have the work desk. We can create new work desks. And depending on which version you have, you can create multiple groups and you can create multiple users. So each user in your department has their own work desk, so you don't work or kind of overlap each other's workspace. You can share workspaces, of course. Here is the menu. You have different parts. So the GPT Workdesk area is where you have the big four, as we call them. The Workdesk, these are the AI Workdesk. These are our own products, which we will cover one by one. The Fast Start, which we already mentioned. the Blitz campaign media plan. You can create a timeline of things that you want to output in a presentation, output in a video. Everything is included here. So the AI Office, which we have, are Chromium and Edge browser versions, because Microsoft and Google, of course, fight each other. So if you need Chromium compatibility and if you need Edge compatibility, you have these browsers. You click on it and it launches. This is, of course, not the one that we want, but for instance, this one, and you still have access to your Google with the Chrome browser, which is pretty much the same as launching it. These are AI tools, conversions to all different formats. The Speed Pack is the very innovative video format that we just mentioned here. And then you have custom links. Again, we don't lock you in. You can link to anything here. This is the Facebook AI. I haven't been here for a while. Facebook has their own AI, but as I said, we keep it with the big four. And again, be careful about data retention by these big companies for profiling, which is something they do not respect. And this is what we created this for. So if we close all these, in this session, we will focus on the big four. And in the next version, in the next course, we will compare all four of them. But at this point, we just wanted to show you how you can work with it. So let's open Chat GPT, for instance. So I'm already logged in. We don't cover login and registration. You did it on your own. We work with the free version of everything, or sometimes a beta version. Getting a paid version is up to you. There are benefits to it, but you are totally fine with the free version in the beginning. So let's take a look at the layout here. So this is a previous chat. I always start with hello. So that means that you have a response back. So you're set up to go. You're good to go. New chat. This is for starting a new chat. We went over that in the first course on how ChatGPT works. So we're not going to recreate that. But here we can start working. So here we have the prompt where we can say, give me a summary of a balance sheet. It's going to give you a little bit of generic information because you didn't say what balance sheet or what you're looking for. So it gives you quick generic information about that. In the version 4, you can upload an image of your balance sheet and it will interpret it for you, which we have a course about that also where we showcase that. But this is not about the specific versions, functions of ChatGPT. What we'll focus, for instance, if you say, okay, hey, I like this and I want to save it, then you just click copy and then you go here in your clipboard and then you hit paste and you have this one. You can say, I like this particular area in bold because I want it to stand out. So it's a little bit of a editor. Also, you can have colors for highlights. So this is your own little clipboard where you can make annotations. You can also get images in here. So it is a little bit of creating your document that you like already based upon the prompts that you get back, the results of the prompts that you got back from the AI model. So this is a generic prompt that I typed in. You can start customizing this more and more until you have the desired output, which is also what we cover in a different course, until you have the prompt that you want. Now, once you close this, if you have your chat history here, then you will most likely be able to get back to it. But I have seen many instances where I thought it was saved and it didn't, and it was lost, and all my work was lost. So we have here, this is the prompt manager that I just talked about, where you can save and store your prompts, and these are the different prompts that I have stored so far. I think these are default. I have them organized in different departments. So manufacturing prompts, legal prompts for legal departments. And let's explore this for a little moment. So the way that is done is it's supposed to save you time and clicks and be more efficient. So all you do is click on here. It saves it to your clipboard. And then all you have to do is paste it in here, run the prompt, and see what you get back. So the prompt in this case is, write me a complete draft for an investment contract where the investor gets 1 million founder shares for 10 million of which 5 million is a credit line. You're not going to probably use this as a final version. It is just if you want to work around with it and play with it to say, okay, I'm thinking of working with an investor or finding money. Here you go. This is the start. It is never meant to replace a lawyer at all, but instead of having them do the draft and work with you and fine tune it, you can do some very good preliminary work yourself with this model. So when you like this, then of course you can copy and paste it in a Word document and off you go. So let's take a look at another prompt here. Let's say HR, training and development plan. Okay, create a template for designing individualized training and development plans for employees, identifying their skill gaps, desired areas of growth, and relevant training opportunities. So everybody who has employees need to have these training manuals, they need these policies, the benefits overviews, everything that has to do with their employment, you have to have. So in this case, you can use it for job descriptions, you can use it for interview questions if that's where you want to go. You can outsource it, you can give this to your agency if you work with an agency. There are many, many different combinations here. But you get some good information, and what it does is that I don't have to sit here and figure it all out. I don't have to go and Google examples or templates. I can fine-tune this really specific to my particular use case, and I think that is very, very valuable in time and money savings. So let's take another one here, marketing. That's one of my favorites because everybody needs marketing. Everybody needs more sales. Everybody needs more customers. How do you plan a marketing outreach campaign? How do you plan, how do you create a media plan? All of these are pretty specialized and are pretty involved. And we need some help. A lot of companies need some help and can do at this point a lot. It might not be everything because you still need an email plan, you still need design work, you still need some logo creation. I would think you need some colors, you need some fonts. A lot of this can be done. It's still not the same. So what you can do is create and say, hey, I have these ideas, and instead of sitting with highly paid people next to you, you can do a lot of the work already with your employees or with your stakeholders and say, we're thinking about something like this, and you have a visual. You can present something that is already a jump start, and that's exactly what this can do. So let's pick one here. Well, here, competitive analysis. I always like that. Everybody needs to know what is the competitor doing, and one of the big selling points of this program is to get ahead of your competition. I strongly believe that this is an incredible tool like I've never seen before that allows you to get ahead of your competition in many different areas. So when you put it all together, a bigger picture starts to form, and it's that bigger picture that I'm trying to communicate to you in all these courses and all these live streaming sessions and all these interviews. Everything that we do is geared towards showing you the different elements, the different ways to use it, and the ideas that you form in your mind, and a bigger picture, and you see a future for your company, for your product, for your employees, that is something that you create dynamically. And this is exactly the tools that allow you to do that. So if you look at it, back to this prompt here, so all I do is copy and paste here. I click on it, it's copied, you don't have to copy, and I paste it in here. So of course the prompts can be much improved upon, but these are very generic prompts that comes with it. So you can see, you can play with it, see what you get back, and then you can make these customizations and then save them back so you have your own prompts. That's basically what the system wants to convey and transmit to you, that this is customizable. You create your own versions of everything. So let's see what we get back. Help me perform a competitive analysis. I didn't say which competitive analysis, I didn't say which market or which companies. You can go as granular as you want, but this is just what's in a competitive plan. What are the steps? If I have to sit and think, I have to do a lot of research, and here I got it in less than 10 seconds. So step one, identify your competitors. So let's say that you're in a retail business. What are my retail competitors? What is their retail pricing strategy? What is their customer profiles? It is, I mean, on and on. It's just so fantastic. And this is good information. It is useful as it comes. So you don't have to work it. You don't have to, well, you can again customize it, but a lot of it is very good as an outline, for instance. So this is an outline of a competitive analysis. Let's say that I'm not too familiar with it, but I know vaguely what it is. So here I get the details. Identify your competitors, step one. Gather information, step two. The SWOT analysis, which is strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. This is very, very standard. You got to know what are your strengths. You got to know what are your weaknesses. You got to know where are the opportunities and where are the threats. Where are the areas that I have to be careful about. And then benchmark your business. What is my business really doing? What is it offering? The marketing and the brand, online presence. So you see, you go and make an analysis and make a summary that can get you started. And then you create an action plan. And again, all of these prompts are complete courses by themselves, which we will do, pick apart each one of them one by one until you know the details, until you know where how all this information needs to come together. And if we then say, okay, for instance, let's say we like this, I want to keep this. So create an action plan, and then you say copy here, and then you go to the office tools, you launch your word processor. Again, you've seen that I haven't gone anywhere else. This is my word processor, as I said, fully Microsoft Word compatible, or any of the open office of versions. And here you have already a good formatted starting point. So you say, okay, I like this part. So now you go back and then you say, okay, I want a little bit more detail about how to create an action plan. So what I do here is I reuse the data that the model has come back with, because you got to give context. It remembers what you said before. And I do this because I get more relevant information back, and it builds upon the previous one. Sometimes, not always, when you ask follow-up questions, then it might get confused at a certain time, or it might switch to a different topic. So that's why I say here, let's copy this, and then all I say is explain me more about creating a plan. And then I say this, and I copy this, and I remind it on what it just said. And then let's see, let's say that I say, okay, I really want to make a plan. So what's in the plan? So each one, you could do that for each one of these topics that you just got back. And before you know it, you have a document of dozens of pages that are incredibly relevant. So let's say here, okay, look at a plan. Creating an action plan in step 6 is a critical component of your competitive analysis. So this is your action plan. How do I put this into action? Prioritize key findings, clear objectives, develop strategies, and let's say here, how to work with the SWOT analysis. And again, you can start adding more and more of the details that are relevant to your specific company or your specific use case, and on it goes. And then if I say I like this, and then I go and I copy it because I want to create a document, and then I go back here to Word, and then at the end here I just go like this, and I did Control Enter to skip a new page area. And once I have all this information, then you can either, it's good as it is, or you can format it with titles, sorry, with colors, and you can save it, and you can print it, and you can convert it to PDF. So without too much effort, I created already a complete outline of either an internal document, or it could be a lead magnet for my marketing campaigns. It could be a free little ebook to give away. The ideas, I mean, the possibilities are just endless. So this is very, very quickly what I explained here. So we have our work desk area, the menu area. This is your workspace. We have your clipboards. If I were to close this and open it, it would come back just like this. So you don't have to go and look for where did I store it. It just automatically know it. And then the prompts management system that we created for ease of use. Again, very, very efficient, very, very productive. We use it all the time. It was created out of a need because repetitiveness is where programming can do a lot of good. And that is what we look for. What is it that you do over and over? And then put that in a software package. So just to kind of round it off with a little bit more detail. So I use the Chat GPT, but if you launch Google Bard here, I'm not logged in here, or you want to use Microsoft Bing, you want to compare it. So this is the Bing AI interface. You can do the same here. This is our last prompt. Oh no, this is the last stuff. So let me undo that. Let me copy this prompt. Which one? Here, the competitive analysis. I put it in here. And we can ask Bing the same thing. I do this all the time. I use all of them because you don't know which one is going to give you a better answer, and it is very random. Each time you ask the same question, you might have a similar response, but it will not be the same. It will not be the exact same response. It will be worded differently. It will have a different twist. It will have a different tone, and you can control of that in your prompt. And haven't done any of that here because we want to keep it simple. It's an introduction. But there is so much more, and then you can start seeing for your use case or for your company which one has better information for this particular question. You can start sensing all that, and this is exactly why we created it. So you see here what I'm getting back from Bing. It's kind of okay, but it's not the same, and I don't like it as much as what I got from ChatGPT. And if I were to do the same here with Cloud AI, and we're not logged in either, but there will be a session where we go into all the details of the big four, as we call it, and we do the same prompt in each one of them because it's easy. You see here on top, I can switch back and forth, and I'm not leaving my program, so everything is contained here in this workspace, and that's exactly the power that we want to illustrate. And for instance, if there are images that you like, you can most likely, not all of them, so you say copy image, and then you say I want it here, paste, so you have that image here. When you see little things, and of course respect the copyrights and all that, so if you have images that you like, make sure that you can use them. We will have another session where we can generate images, and that is really, really exciting. You have image generation tools, you have layout generation tools, you have got everything is available, and it changes so fast, and we stay on top of it. That's why we have the membership. That's why we do the daily ping page where we ping you at 5 a.m. in the morning if you're so inclined to read up on the last 24 hours of news. It's an incredibly engaging platform, and that is exactly what business leaders require. We do the work for you. We present it to you. You take it and do what you need to do to grow your business, to innovate your business, to improve your business, to get more customers, to get more revenue. You get the picture. Thank you for joining us. I hope you have more information in the past 30 minutes than ever before, and that's my motivation. Signing off. See you in the next course. So that was our live interactive session. I hope you enjoyed it and that you come away with more knowledge than 30 minutes ago. It is incredibly exciting. We are absolutely happy to present this to you. And to conclude this session, we always go with what's next, so we don't leave you hanging. You want to test it. You say, how can I get involved in this? Go to AASBL.com, which is the American Association of Small Business Leaders. It is a membership program where we give you all these information videos almost every day. Some of these initiatives are every day. It is all about getting knowledge to you. Sign up for a membership. They're very affordable. Start learning and stay updated. This space is absolutely mind-blowing. It moves very, very quickly. We constantly do research and bring you the best and the latest as it relates to your company. We don't go far out. We bring it back to what's essential. Not everything is essential, but what's essential and what can be used to keep you productive. Get your free copy with your membership of the GPT Workdesk Lite software and get started. Implement it in your business, linked with other businesses, which is where you can learn a lot. We definitely like to promote that. Contact me anytime. I'm available to help you with problems or your use cases, workshops, hands-on sessions where you can learn so much more in a much faster way for what's relevant to you. So we are here to help. AASBL, the people of Rapid Devs for rapid developments, and the people of Zillion Research Labs for the blockchain products that we are covering in here. And that our new initiatives get your daily ping. So we ping business leaders that want to get an early start. It's a live stream, but of course we archive it so you can go back to it later on. But yes, 5 a.m. we have a live session about informal. It's 15 minutes more or less where we talk about stuff that happened in the last 24 hours, new sessions that we are promoting, new information, new features of our GPT Workdesk. So it is more informal. Hopefully in the future we will have guests. If you want to be on here with your company, if you want to be on here with your product, if you want to give a testimony of your experience with AI or blockchain or how effectively you integrated it in your company, we'd like to hear about it and we like to involve you. That is our newest, and we are very, very happy to invite you for that. Again, my name is Conrad and I'm signing off. See you tomorrow.